Hello, everyone. How you doing? This is Danny Peña, and this episode, I have a special interview with Tee Lopes. He worked on Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. Also worked on Streets of Rage 4, the DLC content that came out a couple years back. Also Sonic Mania and Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. He worked on so many tracks, but we're gonna be talking about the new Shinobi: Art of the Vengeance and how was it working on soundtrack and a lot of other things, man. So stay tuned. Let me know your thoughts of the interview. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will be very helpful. I would like to see my number to increase even more. I've been creating a lot of content for you guys, and also you can listen to the podcast, the audio version, on any podcast platform. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast app. Just search for Gamer Tag Radio, subscribe, and I'm there too. All right, so let's go straight my interview with Tee Lopes. Enjoy. All right, so we're back here at Gamer Tag Radio. We have a special guest here, very well-known composer. He worked on some classics,
Hello.
man. How you doing, T?
Pretty good. How are you, Danny?
Good. I'm very excited, man. Actually, I got to play Shinobi, and wow, the music is fantastic, bro. So
You
congrats
liked it?
on that, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Do you have a history with Shinobi?
Yes, I do. I mean, since I was a kid, I always loved the game. More specifically, The Revenge of Shinobi for the Genesis, or the Mega Drive, as we called it in Portugal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a game that I played a lot, and then obviously I went and chased all of the other titles of the franchise. But that was the first one I played, and the one that was the most influential on me, for sure.
Yeah, because I know I know you worked on a lot of other projects. What makes this project different than the other projects you worked on?
Well, if it is musically speaking,
Yeah, musically speaking.
well, I would say this one is a lot more atmospheric than, say, for example, Sonic Mania or Metal Slug Tactics, which uh, has a soundtrack that's a lot more typical and a lot more limited in terms of the techniques that are used to make the soundtrack. Whereas this soundtrack is a lot more eclectic and explores a lot of different genres and also different techniques, right? Such as sampling, lots of chopping, lots of hip hop stuff. There's a house stuff, there's techno stuff. So it's a bunch of it's a combination of a lot of styles, which some of the other games have too. But here I would say that it was made even with more of an experimental kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah, and I know you also worked on with the legendary Yuzo Koshiro. So
What an honor.
how was that? Because he's also one of my favorites composers, man, in gaming.
Right. And I think everybody's. I mean, he was such a big
Very
influence.
influential, right?
Such a big influence
Yeah.
on me as a musician growing up, but obviously as pursuing this career had a lot to do with him and with a lot of other composers. But he was probably the first composer that I knew by name, right? Because you would see his name on the title screen, music by Yuzo Koshiro. So yeah, he had a lot of influence on me, and being able to work with him now, I think that if kid me found out about that, if I could travel back in time and tell myself that this would happen in the future, it would just lose my mind, right?
Yeah. I'm very curious about this. So, like, I know both of you worked on the soundtrack and everything. So, is there something where you guys listen to the project? Like, you guys will show each other's work? Like, how's the process of working with another composer in a project like this?
Yeah, well, it varies obviously from composer to composer. In his case, he lives in Japan, and obviously I'm in the United States, so it was very hard to be able to find a time window in which we could collaborate. But we did listen to each other's stuff, and we did draw inspiration from each other's music, which was great, and we were able to come up with what I think is a very cohesive soundtrack in terms of style. You could listen from beginning to end and not really find it jarring that the composer changed at some point in the game. I think we, despite not being able to work together like that on a daily basis or whatever, we
Mhm.
still were able to come up with something I think pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like when Sega contacted you about Shinobi Art of Vengeance, was it something where you got to see a demo, pictures? Like, how is the process of working on the music for the game? The vibe and all that stuff.
Right.
For you.
Well, ideally, I would be able to play a demo of the game and just like draw vibes the from the backgrounds and from the
Hmm.
colors and from the stage assets and all of that. But many times all you have access to is just literally pictures or concept art, and you have to draw from that until you get your hands on the real deal.
Hmm.
I was involved in this project very, very early on, but I believe, if I remember correctly, there was already a demo when I joined, so I was able to play that first stage and come up with the song. I think on the same day because I was so excited about it. So I was like, "Wow, I
Yeah.
feel like I know exactly what could go well with this stage," and started working right after I played.
Yeah. Which of the levels you worked on? Because it was hard to tell for me to which one worked on which. So
Oh, there
do you
will
remember?
there will be no. I mean, it's a long list, man. If I was to enumerate it, I don't think I could. I there's a chance that I could forget something here.
Yeah.
But there will, I'm sure there will be, the credits afterwards in which people can look at and see who did what.
Yeah.
But I would say it's cohesive. It can be a little bit confusing sometimes because
Mm.
even experimenting with other stuff and it's not my typical style. You know what I mean? So it could be, uh, you could get lost in there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that there will be like a list that people can check after.
Yeah. What was there a track that it took you the longest? You're like, nah, this is not it. This is not it. I got to make it even better for for this game. Was there was
Actually,
several or just a one or no?
no, not really, because fortunately we had some production time that allowed me to, on the days that I was not inspired, to just go and
Uh-huh.
focus on a different project and then come back to it on a different day and do a better job from the get-go instead of insisting on something that wasn't going to go anywhere. So fortunately, in terms of that, I had some leeway to work with.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you also about working with Sega. How's that been? Throughout the years working
Oh, great,
working. What are the
great, and they're
legendary publishers slash studios?
great. I mean, Sega is comprised of a lot of people, as you know, but everybody that I had the pleasure of work with so far in all departments have been just amazing to work with, and I hope I can continue this relationship for many years.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I know a couple years back, I think it was like maybe 2 years or so, they announced a list of games that's coming up, and I know Shinobi was one of them too.
Yeah.
Watching that video trailer, that teaser, it reminded me of the old school 16-bit era of that marketing, that vibe. So
Hmm.
when I got to see Shinobi, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be sick as hell, man. It's gonna remind me of back in the days, man. So was that the
Yes.
vibe for you too when once they pitched you the game to you? Like you felt
Oh,
that
I lost my
that
mind,
energy?
man. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
going crazy. Can you imagine? This game I was playing when I was, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and all of a sudden I get to be part of history, even the history of Shinobi, even if it's just a little bit. I mean, that means the world for a composer like me, composer slash video game fan.
That's awesome. And actually I gotta show you something because you
Oh,
probably don't know about this.
what do you have?
So uh I love the soundtrack, especially the DLC soundtrack of Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, Streets of Rage
So
4.
yeah, so I actually bought
Oh,
the
nice, dude.
I collect vinyl, so I collect hip hop vinyl records, also gaming records and stuff. Also, you got a collection of it too. I see it.
Yeah, that's
I
my
see it.
my stuff right there on the
Yeah.
wall. Yeah.
So let me tell you, love this soundtrack. I love the original soundtrack
Oh,
too.
thank you,
This
man.
was really really cool, man. So how was it working on this iconic game too, man? Streets of Rage, because playing the first Streets of Rage and Streets of Rage 2, it really like surprised me, like composer making really good, amazing music like that, the 16 era. So when I got to hear this soundtrack and the other one too, I was like, man, it's taking me back to those old days, man.
I mean, it was another game that it was really mind blowing to be a part of because my favorite game of all time is Streets of Rage 2, right?
Oof.
and
Yeah.
that has to do with the gameplay. I probably beat it hundreds of times, right? And the
Hmm.
soundtrack just never gets old. It's amazing. It doesn't die out. So it was. Can you imagine, man? It's just great to join a great team once again, right?
Yeah.
Which involved Lizard Cube at the time too, the guys that are behind the Art of Vengeance. And that's actually where I met Ben Fiquet, right? The art director and the CEO of the studio.
Yeah,
And
it has that same vibe too. The both games, like the
eh,
animation, all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it has like a kind of a similar vibe. Although I think we stretch creativity even more in this with this game in terms of game, in terms of gameplay, and in terms of the soundtrack as well. But we'll
Hmm.
see what people think about it. I'm personally very excited about it.
Yeah. Now another soundtrack. You probably don't know about this. I got this one too. So
Let me see. Aha, Shredder's Revenge.
yeah, Shredder
All right.
Revenge. Yeah.
All right. And you got the
Another.
special edition too, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually got two of these. So yeah,
Not
this
even
is
I
for
have two. I have one. That's
you
it.
have one. I got
So
two. I
yeah.
got two. Yeah. So this is 465 out of 2000.
Guess
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
one I have?
Which one you have? You have one?
Number one, baby.
Oh, snap. That is cool, man. That is awesome.
I have to.
That is really
I
cool. Now,
specifically asked for it. Yeah.
that's awesome. Doug, how was it working on this soundtrack? Because, Ninja Turtles. Actually, I went to the movie theater this past weekend to watch was it the 30th anniversary of the first Ninja Turtle movie?
Yeah, yeah, the
Y-
re-release.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that. But must have been amazing. It's
Yeah. Oh,
another
yeah. I
one.
mean, it
Yeah.
reminded me because I never experienced watching that movie in theaters. I was living in Dominican Republic at that time, so time passed by. I was like, and then it came
Uh,
out on VHS or DVD at that time. I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, how was it working on this game too? 'Cause the soundtrack is also amazing in that one too. That
oh,
project.
thank you, man. I mean,
Hmm.
it's a completely different vibe. It was great. I would say mainly because of the collaborations that I had. It was the first time that I worked with musicians, with vocalists on a video game. I had
Hmm.
worked with other musicians before, but with vocalists and like writing lyrics for some of the songs and everything. So in that sense, it was very enriching. I would say that's the word in terms of. It made me a better musician. I think in the end, I was more versed, more well versed musician all around after that project. So it was
Hmm.
great, and we involved rappers. We had a heavy metal, Panic in the Sky. You know that one. We
Hmm.
had Johnny Atma playing the guitar. So all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to Mega Ran. I know he's in the soundtrack too.
Mega
So
Ran, yes he is.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He
and
sings
also I was very
the credits.
surprised also seeing Ghostface and Raekwon from Wu Tang because
Right?
I'm also a huge fan of hip hop. Of
How
course,
do
I
you
have
get the
like.
hold of those guys?
Well,
It's
actually,
insane, right?
I'm working on. I'm actually working with Brass Line. Shout out to Brass Line Entertainment, working on a new Wu Tang game. So yeah, so
Wow.
I'm part of that project too. Yeah, me and my wife. So I'm very excited
Do
for
you know
people to
what's
see this.
crazy?
What's up?
Is that before I became a video game composer, I was
Mhm.
making hip hop beats
Oh, really?
for
Oh,
emerging artists in Portugal. Yeah. So
oh,
imagine
nice.
that's what I wanted to do for a living, right?
Hmm.
But then this came along and just swept me away. But how crazy is it that I would end up making a beat for those guys
That's
for
crazy,
the Wu
right?
Tang Clan? Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's just
So you produced that track?
that track is my beat.
Oh
Yeah,
snap! I had no. That's
yeah,
that is so
yeah,
cool, man. Oh
yeah.
snap! Yeah, I actually I went to the Wu Tang show here, final tour in
Yeah.
Los Angeles. I went there with my wife and friends, and that was like an amazing experience
Hmm.
watching that live. I seen them before. I've seen them before many times. The whole group. It's rare to see them all of them together.
Together, all together, yeah, these
Yeah,
days,
yeah,
yeah, unfortunately.
yeah. So what was it that inspired you to become a composer as a young age?
To become a composer, many things, man, but like for to make that step that I wanted to make it a career out of it, I think it came at the age of maybe I don't know, around 20 or so.
Mm-hmm.
There was this opportunity to make a song for a mobile game. It was like a very small puzzle game for the iPhone, and I took it because they somebody I knew was making a game, and they knew that I could dabble in that stuff, and that I liked video game music because of my Sonic remixes on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the invitation. I made the music for that, and I loved it. And I said, "That's it, man. I get paid for this. Let's go. I want to do this for the rest
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
life.
and you inspire because look, there's gonna be a lot of young gamers that like how we got inspired when we got to play Future Race 2 back in the days. Like,
Right,
oh man,
right.
you are gonna be the next one too. Like a lot of people are gonna hear your music and like, oh man, I want to
Right. And
become
it's
a
something I
composer.
didn't think about at the time, right? I just wanted to
Hmm.
do the cool thing of working with video games, which I love, right? But
Yeah.
there is the consequence, the good consequence of inspiring other people to do it in the future as well.
Hmm.
If AI doesn't take over
Yeah, I know,
completely and
right?
ruins everything, but
Yeah, but what
hopefully.
advice would you give them to those up and coming composers?
Uh, Not to be afraid to expose their work more, to work hard, finish your songs, put that stuff out there, like a million people is gonna listen to it, and eventually, I believe, and this might sound a little mystical if you want to call it that, but I believe that if you pour all of your energy into becoming something,
Hmm.
eventually life starts presenting these opportunities that you just have to grab and go with everything, you know. But yeah, just focus on it, finish your stuff, learn from your musical heroes, take notes, be humble, learn as much as you can, hone your skills, and put them out there, put your music out there for as many people as possible, and I'm sure that some opportunity will arise.
Awesome, awesome. And what was your first game that you worked on?
It was called Fling. It was that mobile game I was telling you about
Oh,
just
Fling.
a minute
Okay.
ago. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that it's not even on the stores anymore. It disappeared. That was the first experience I had as a video game composer of any sort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having my music featured in any game. But my first full-fledged soundtrack was Major Magnet in 2013, in which I got together with a team of developers and they made this amazing game, which was also mobile. But that was the first time I was able to come up with a body of work, like a bunch of songs for a project.
Yeah, to me, music is in a game is so important to me because that's what gets me in the vibe. That's what gets me stressed
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah,
Happy,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like sometimes, I play some games that I feel like the music doesn't blend in very well with the game. Like how is it for you, like to make sure when you create a beat or a track for a game, like okay, I want people to feel this vibe, because it's hard to
I
do
don't
that,
know,
because
man.
it's two different group of people that work on that, the music
That's
side and the
yeah,
and the and
yeah.
the animation graphics side,
That's
level
not
and all that.
something I can really explain, to be honest with you. It's just you're playing the game, and well, when I'm playing the game, it's like some music starts playing in my head, and I hear it and just translate it into something that you can hear too, But it's a
Hmm.
feeling. I really can't put my finger on it.
Yeah. Well, what's next for you?
What is next for me?
And I know you're
Well,
working on a couple of things probably on
I'm working on a couple of
the.
things. Some I can
Good,
talk
good.
about because they've been announced. Some I cannot, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm working on a very exciting game. No, I'd rather not talk about the
Okay, it's
rest of
all
the
good.
stuff that hasn't been announced. So I don't want to
Yeah.
get in trouble. Let's
Nah,
just
that's all
get this
good.
part
So
out.
we gotta keep it safe.
Yeah,
We gotta keep it
yeah, I
safe,
gotta keep it safe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If if you have a dream project that you would like to, this is my last question. If you have
Okay.
a dream project that you would love to be part of, is there anything? It could be Sega, not Sega related, or anything
Yeah, no,
like.
there's a bunch of things, but there are two projects that I hope to be involved with before I die. One is a Mega Man game, and
Ooh,
another one
that's a
is a
cool. Yeah.
Castlevania game.
Ooh.
If I could be involved in either one of those,
Yeah.
or hopefully both, that would make the rest of my life.
Now, out of the both of those games, which one was your favorite soundtrack out of the past Mega Man game and the past Castlevania game?
Mega Man game, my all-time favorite is Mega Man 8,
Okay. All
which
right.
is I know it's not most people's favorite, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Why is
grew
it?
up
Why is
with
it?
it.
Why is it favorite?
Why is it my favorite?
Yeah.
Because it's weird.
All
It's
right.
weird in a way that tickles my brain. I'm listening to it and it's like, wow, this is so unconventional. So it's
Yeah.
kind of, and also it might have to do with the fact that it was the first Mega Man game I played and that I fell in love with the whole universe through that game.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm biased, but I love that one. And for Castlevania, Symphony of the Night is
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
forever to me. Probably it's top three for me, and probably the best soundtrack Castlevania will ever have.
Yeah, you know it's my second favorite from Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4.
Super Castlevania 4, obviously.
Oh, that
That's a
soundtrack! I'm like,
classic.
how the hell they managed to do that on a 16-bit console? You know, it's
Hmm.
like wow, but
Right.
it sounded so iconic, man. Like
Right.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
it's the
they
same thing.
squeezed every drop out of the hardware for that one for
Yeah,
sure.
like I know technology has been so much easier now to to create music and all that stuff, but in those days was very challenging, and
Yeah,
it
man.
reminds me of like work whatever you have at the moment, and I feel like you'll become even more creative because you have less resources and you know
That's
and they managed
true.
to do it and they
That
managed
is
to do it.
true. That is true. But at the same time, it's a pain in the butt because
Oh, it's stressful.
do
I
you
can
know how stuff was done that back then
well
with
I
the
see
trackers and everything,
yeah
all
because
those
I
numbers and letters? Looked
yeah
like the
so
Matrix.
I know Streets of Rage was really hard because there was not enough tracks and like it
Right.
was very complicated. But did that got you into music even more? Like seeing that, like, oh, okay, is this gonna be stressful, or is by the time you already started
No,
music, it was like
no,
super
no,
easier?
no, no, no. By
Yeah.
the time I actually the
Oh, you
industry
were
and
too
stuff,
deep. All right.
yeah. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I learned how to track eventually. Just did a few experiments there, which was
Yeah.
fun, but not fun. It's even the simplest thing you want to do there musically is a pain in the back, man. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's cool, man. Wait, T, man, I just want to say, man, it's been an honor to have you here, man. And
pleasure was mine.
look. Love this soundtrack, and you know what? I'm probably gonna buy the Shinobi Art of Vengeance soundtrack too if it come
I
on
hope
vinyl. Do
so.
you think? I hope it releases on vinyl because I will buy it. I will buy it
I
right
hope
away.
so too. I hope so too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a space over there on the wall, like one last
See,
square that is
and
ready to receive it.
make sure to send them the number one copy to T. Right?
That's essential. Yes, and if I have the pleasure of meeting you in person, please bring
Oh
those, and
yeah, yeah.
I'll
Hey,
leave
if
you a little
you're
message.
ever in LA, please let me know.
Absolutely, my
We'll
friend.
bring it up. All right,
I'll
man.
take
Thanks a
you
lot,
out for
bro.
drinks. Hey,
Yeah.
take it
All right.
easy. Nice to
Take it
speak to
easy.
you. Bye.